Namaste, everyone, and thank you for coming here. And today, I've been given, 8 minutes? And in 8 minutes, I have to tell you that what does yoga mean and how we can apply it. So if we look at the screen, it says act now. And I'm not trying to sell you some useless stuff. Act now is at the core of yoga. It's made up of 2 words, now. And now is big because the very, very important book in yoga, Yoga Sutras, it starts with that term, now. Now you see, you are here now. I'm here now. So a lot can happen, right? Now is a great opportunity for us. And the second most important thing is action. And action dominates this world that we live in. A great yogi from central India, his name is Tulsidas, he said that karma pradhan vishwa rachi rakha jo jas kare sutas phal chakha. Simply means that this world that we live in is dominated by action, and we experience simply the fruits of whatever we do with our actions. So it's important that we understand that at the core of yoga, there's no belief, no philosophy, these 2 simple words, now and action. So today, in these 8 minutes, I don't want just to talk about yoga. I want us to be able to practice. But before we can practice, we need to know what is yoga, right? Well, we all have many different understandings of it. So today I have a little video for you, and for that you guys have to do a little bit of a neck stretch and look back there. Oh, it's right here too. Oh, perfect. So think about a phone and a charger, right? The term yoga means union. But what do we really mean when we say union? Well, we have a phone and a charger. I want to unite it. I can take it, put it in a blender, and blend it together, and unite it. Now, this is what it will look like.
I smoke.
All right. The next thing I can do with the charger and the phone is this. I took the charger, took the phone, united them. Now my dead phone is alive. So you see, if I was to define yoga, I can tell you, yoga means uniting, but a smart way of uniting, an intelligent way of uniting, a way of uniting the units of a system so that the system and the units themselves get to experience more bliss, more coherence, more unboundedness. And not just that, the ultimate goal of yoga is that the units and the systems get to experience and actualize the maximum potential that they have and get to experience and live it. Now we saw the asana practice. That's just one practice of yoga. And what that does for us, that it helps our physical systems to actualize their maximum potential. We become more limber, more strong, more healthy. But that's not the only way. There are many ways we can do yoga. Actually, I was thinking about UNFPA. And it is a yoga agency. So, because they are creating unity. They are integrating and helping people to achieve greater expression of their potential. So, that is yoga. Now, science has a lot of stuff to say about it. And what does science say? Science says that you can actually create new gray matter in your brain. You can restructure your brain physiology. You can reduce stress and many more things. Of course, we have lots of doctors here who will tell a lot more cool things about the yoga, a little bit more than these 2 birds are telling us. But what I want to share with you is something very simple. The principles, the fundamental principles. You see, there are different techniques. But the beauty of yoga is that all those techniques have same basic, simple principle at the foundation of it. I was actually reading there are 72,000 studies that have been done in the last 10 years in the field of yoga. And that's just the field of mindfulness and meditation itself. So instead of talking about thousands of different techniques and their technical differences, I want to introduce you with 4 simple principles. Now, if you can apply these 4 simple principles in your life, you can make your life a living yoga practice. The first principle, of course, is 100% freedom and 100% responsibility. Yoga is big on that. The whole book of Bhagavad Gita talks about it. Gandhi was big on that. He was all about freedom, and he was all about responsibility. That's why he wanted a non-violent way of achieving freedom. He wanted to be responsible with his action. He actually gave us a message. His message was that before you act, think about the weakest, the poorest, the most marginalized person in the society and see the action that you're going to take, how it is going to affect that person. So that is the heart of yoga. So it's very important that we recognize this, that we are free as an individual and we are responsible. The next principle is friendly and non-judgmental attitude. You see, a lot of wars happen, a lot of problems happen simply because we have judgments, we have prejudice against each other. If we can open our mind just a little bit, maybe a lot of these problems will go away. And yoga helps you to cultivate this at the level of nervous system. You just do mindfulness meditation 3 weeks, and boom. Without having to force yourself to become non-judgmental, you'll find yourself a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more non-judgmental. And then the next principle is paying purposeful attention to the present moment. Now this is big. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Yoga Sutra, all these things talk about paying purposeful attention to the present moment. So you see, it's important, right? If we don't pay attention to the present moment, you walk into walls, you walk into problems. So I think this can help. This can avoid a lot of wars, a lot of diseases, a lot of health problems, a lot of relationship issues. Just pay attention to the present moment. The next one is so we talked about so far 100% freedom, 100% responsibility. We talked about having an open-minded, friendly, non-judgmental attitude. We also talked about attention, paying attention to the present moment. The last thing is intention. Intention is important because why do we do anything in life? If you have pure intentions, good intentions, then your actions will refine themselves, will realign themselves to that purpose. Yoga has simply one agenda. It does not have an agenda to convert you into something, to make you believe in something. It has one simple agenda. And the person you see on the screen, his name is Swami Brahmananda. He's one of my masters, and he's very famous in India. And I had fortune to be with him last year. And he was telling me what is the intention of Vedic tradition, what is the intention of yoga tradition. So let's hear him. It's in Hindi.
वेदों ने जब शांति की व्याख्या की तो कहा देव शांति अंतरिक्षम शांति। वो स्वर्ग में शांति चाहता है, आकाश में शांति चाहता है, पृथ्वी में शांति चाहता है, जल में शांति चाहता है, औषधियों में शांति चाहता है, वनस्पतियों में शांति चाहता है, प्रकृति में शांति चाहता है, संपूर्ण देवताओं में शांति चाहता है, सर्वत्र शांति ही शांति चाहता है।
So, United Nations, what is their whole goal? To create world peace and prosperity in human life. That is the very same goal that the Vedic tradition and the yogic traditions uphold. What he was saying there is that the Vedas want peace in individual life, in the social life, not just for the human beings, but for the other living forms too. They want peace for this planet and beyond. to the solar system, and to the galaxies beyond. So the philosophy of yoga is very simple. The intention of yoga is very simple, to help individuals and collectives at any scale to find peace, find happiness, and actualize their potential. What is next? All right, I guess I'm done with my time here. So, but I promised that we will practice, right? We can practice the stop sign. You see, a stop sign can become your yoga. You see the S can be just stop. Every time you see a stop sign, stop. And then take a deep breath. After that, observe the present moment with an open mind, and then proceed. If you practice this just a few times a day, your life will be a lot better. Not just that, the people around you will also say, oh, my life is a lot better. So let's practice a stop. Before we proceed, I want us to practice this. So let's just close our eyes and stop for a second. And now take a deep breath. And now observe this present moment. You are here, right now, with open mind, with no judgment, no prejudice. Just observe. Now open your eyes. Now we can proceed. All right? Namaste.
Thank you so much for that entertaining PowerPoint presentation, but more than that, for really making things simple. You know, to really focus on the important principles that all of us can apply in our life. And for those of you who are not familiar with Swami, please take a look at the various websites that are available. And I'm sure that after the program, he's here for a few moments. We'll be delighted to speak with you.